Uh-huh. All right, there we go. So, title of this video is going to be Put in the Reps. Put in the reps. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? If we can start with gym. If you like going to the gym, you got to put in the reps. That's the only way that you're going to get whatever you're looking for out the gym. If it could be a beautiful body, if you want muscles, you want to maintain, you got to put in the reps. But you could also refer putting in the reps to school, education, or work, career. Um, Putting in the reps can mean multiple things, but things that you need to put the reps in isn't handed to you. And I think a lot of people understand that, but at the same time, still want the handout. I don't think people grasp that sometimes getting the handout, you don't like you ever get something so easy that and you don't appreciate it, like you didn't put in the reps. Let me move the mic a little bit. You didn't put in the reps to get whatever that thing is. So you don't really care about it that much. It could be like let's say you're a child and you get this toy that you didn't really ask for, so you don't really play with it that much. You kind of toss it to the side and like, whatever. But then like when you ask your folks for, like a bike or, PlayStation, Xbox, phone, you try to cherish it, you try to take care of it. You really try your best to make sure it lasts a while. Like you feel like you put in the reps for it. You feel you did what you needed to do to get it, to obtain it, you know. Even relationships, like you need to put in the reps for that as well. Like things don't just fall into your lap. And sometimes when it does, maybe you worked hard enough where it fell into your lap and it became like a good thing, but most of the time you're going to have to put in some work. You're going to have to. You're going to have to put in some work to make sure that your relationships stay good. It could be physical, it could be mental, it could be friends, it could be parents, it could be, family members like cousins, all that other stuff. You got to put in the work. You got to do your half, your part. Um, yeah. I feel like it's like a reminder to me, to you, that you got to put in the reps. You have to. Things just don't come like like that. And you probably didn't hear the snap because I have a pretty good mic, but you saw it. So I want you to really ponder on that. Think about it. Like you have to put in the reps. Things don't come to you easily. And when they do, you might not appreciate it. And that might be the hidden gem there in this video too, is to appreciate things when it comes easily, because 9 times out of 10, when things come easily, we don't appreciate them. So put in the reps. If you're in the gym, don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself out of doing uh, the reps, doing the work. I love the going to the gym. Like I have my gym bag is in my room, but I have a journal, kind of like something like this, where I will document what I done in the gym that day, even when it comes to cardio, how long I was doing cardio, or how many calories I burned, or how fast I was going, how intense it is, to um, the type of day it is. Did I stretch? Did I warm up? Did I cool down? Did you know? And what I like to do, like on Wednesdays. Wednesdays I love leg day. A lot of people don't they skip leg day. They don't like leg day, but for me, Wednesdays and leg day is like the best. It's the hardest. It's the hardest for me. So when I sit here and I'm going into the gym like today, I did squats, I did Romanian deadlifts, and then I stopped. I stopped doing Romanian deadlifts, and then I just went straight to just deadlifts. And I started deadlifting at 225 pounds. Like, that's not really a lot of weight, but um, it definitely got the juices going. It got me in a flow state, and I added 50 more pounds to that. And with that being said, that was a hell of a deadlift performance, I will say, because I don't really deadlift like that, but I could tell you like I lifted it up no problem. And now that I wrote that in my journal, my workout journal, next Wednesday I'll be able to see if I can do more. Or instead of me going to Romanian deadlifts, I'll just go straight to deadlifts after the squat. You know, because the a couple of weeks ago I hit my goal of doing 315. This is putting in the reps, putting in the reps. Like a couple months ago, I couldn't even imagine squatting 315. Now I squat 315, even though today, well, Wednesday, because it's like it's less than 30 minutes. It'll be Thursday, but today, um, I had a hard time with 275 with the squatting. I think I did only three. I think I did two sets of three. But typically, I would like to do like two sets of five. Or if I can nail the one set of five, then I'll go to 315 and try to do at least two sets of three. Like, because when I first hit that 315, I only did two sets. But it's just an example of putting in the like if you need to document, I suggest getting a journal. Get a journal, document, or do what I'm doing. Talk into a camera and, be transparent with yourself. And it could be something as simple as that, or you can make it a little bit more complicated. And, you know, as long as you're putting in the reps and you're documenting what you're doing, you're going to see results. It's just nowadays it seems like things are just handed to people or it's easy. You know what it really boils down to? It really go like it's people that are really the movers and shakers, people that are really doing things. They put so much effort into what they're doing that it seems effortless. Like that's what it boils down to. Like, I was watching a video about streamers and that everybody wants to be a streamer. And the thing is that the streamers that make it, they're being themselves, and the audience is like, oh, I could do that, right? And then they start streaming and then they don't get anywhere or they don't build the connections and so on and so forth. But the thing is that they just got to put in the reps. You may have to start with a shitty setup, shitty uh, computer, laptop, camera, lighting, and over time putting in the reps, you learn how to stream. You learn what you're good at, what you're not good at, how to collab, so on and so forth. Just got to put in the reps. Hey, I was just explaining something career wise, getting a job. Like I lost a job being over here and I had to put in the reps. I had a job for like 5 years. I didn't have to sit here and do real interviews. I interviewed within my job, so the job was kind of handed to me. Like I remember I had an opportunity to be a manager at this company, and the people who interviewed me for the role was a manager that was already in the building, and then a regional manager that already knew me, and it's their region. So it was an easy interview. Yes, I put in the work, I put in the reps to get that opportunity, and I definitely put in the reps to pass, but it's not the same as when you lose a job and now you're applying to another job, and then you're doing these phone interviews now, then you got to come in. It's times has changed. So I had to put in the reps. I had to put in the reps to understand how to get a job in today's world. I dressed up. I remember I went on an interview at this one warehouse, had slacks on, button up, sports jacket, and resume in hand, you know, singing my accolades and everything in that nature to leave the building, and then the next person that came had sweatpants on and a band T-shirt, and I never got the call for that job. So I'm like, oh, my assumption is that that person with a band T-shirt and sweatpants must have got that job. So I had to learn. I'm like, okay, I gotta learn how to get a job in this time frame, because 5 years ago, from that time frame, it was completely different. I had to put in the reps, so I guess I want to leave you guys with that, put in the reps. It don't matter what it is, relationship, personal growth, career, uh, personal business in general, fitness, health. I'm doing a 30-day challenge to drink apple cider vinegar before I eat anything. Not sure if you need to take a shot of it and then drink water or dilute it. Either way, I'm gonna do it for 30 days and see what happens. The last time I weighed myself, I was 206. I'm trying to get lean. I'm putting in the reps, y'all. I'm putting in the reps to get lean, is to get to 190. My body fat percentage right now is like 19. I want to get to 15. Every now and again, I will share with you guys what I got going on with the gym and everything in that nature. But yeah, we're gonna end this video with putting in the reps. All right. So put it in the comments below what you're working on. Are you really putting in the work? AKA, are you really putting in them reps? See you later.